What's up, you guys? Today we're going to do a special episode on branding by an expert here next to me. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Daran Adair. I'm President and CEO of American Hospitality Consulting and an executive producer with America's Best Restaurants.
Right on. So what do you do?
I help independent restaurants live in the blue ocean. I help them get known, build that know, like, and trust with their guests and succeed.
You have a plethora. What is this? Probably, how many years of experience do you have in hospitality?
I've been in hospitality for over 40 years.
What do you think is the most important thing that you can get right?
You know what? You got to live your brand. I'm here dressed like an orange pumpkin because I'm wearing the America's Best Restaurants brand. You've got your brand on your hat. Anytime you are outside of your four walls, you can't forget that you're still representing you, your business, your restaurant. People need to know who you are and what you do, and they need to be able to connect with you.
There's comfort in that.
There's absolutely comfort in that. And it's we talk about it all the time. It's that know, like, and trust.
Yep.
Right? And the more that they get to know you and see what you're about and understand your passion behind what you do, it's going to build that trust.
Yeah.
And it's going to enhance the relationship to the point where they're going to start coming to see you and use your business more frequently because you've built that trust.
There's a reason behind every decision that we make. There's something that drew us to that. There's a reason why we stop at only holiday gas stations, right? There's a reason why, more specifically to what your point is, there's the reason why we go to certain restaurants, right?
Absolutely.
And the leader to that is that brand image that you've cultivated and created because that person knows that they're going to get something particular, right?
Yeah, they're going to get what they want. It's going to be consistent. They're going to get the service they're looking for because they have built that respect and trust for your brand.
You're not, and you're not going to have to worry about it. So what are the ways that that a company can build a brand?
It's really living it on a daily basis. Obviously wearing your stuff out into public so people see it, so they associate you with that brand. But then it's living it everywhere you are. When you're in your regular life, you give back to the community.
Yeah.
You do different things to show that you respect and care about what's going on in your area. And then you get out there and do things to help. People don't use social media the way it needs to be used, especially in the restaurant industry.
That's true.
There are some amazing ways. You go on somebody's Facebook page and you see their, come by this, we're hiring and all this kind of stuff. People don't want to see that. It's advertising, it's boring. But you see those other places where they're going out there and they're going out into the community. Thanksgiving, they're going out and they're giving away meals to people in their community who need some support, or they're doing, gathering toys for kids for Christmas, or all these other things that they're doing. It's not that you can't promote the stuff you're selling in your business, in your restaurant, but you need to show that you're a good corporate citizen and you're doing it because you're genuine about it. You believe in it. It's an important part of who you are. It's just going to help you build that connection.
I realized that, so I'm gonna try to loop two things into this. I listened to a podcast a while ago. It was a guy in giftology, right? And one of the big points he made is that it's really tempting to hit the big player that you are, but if you can hit their support system, so their assistant or their family or their kids, so if you can gift to them, like that relieves and like really can lift that person up, because what most importantly, like your big fish that you're coming after, generally doesn't need the shit you're sending them. And they're kind of burdened by, really taking care of their family. So one of the coolest things that restaurants or, small businesses and communities do that I am really attracted to is that they put on events that my wife and kids really like to go to.
Yeah.
And so they get excited about it, and then we go there and engage in that, because one of the biggest things when you're busy, especially busy entrepreneur, is that there's just not a lot of time in the day to plan stuff. So when those things are reaching into your family and finding something that you can do around that, like that is so freaking relieving. So like, I don't know, I think that loops into that.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And you need to know your guests so that you can get in touch with them and use the tools to showcase that. And, one of the things that I see, because people try and do this, they think they're doing the right thing, but I follow a lot of restaurants. It's what I do. And I'm part of a lot of their programs. And I keep getting these things. It's kids eat free, which that might work for you. I'm 53. Yep. I want my kids out of my house. I don't want to take them out for dinner.
Yep.
So why are you getting that to me? So understanding who your guest is or who your client is, and being able to provide things that suit their lifestyle, their needs, their desires, and genuinely provide that to them, you're going to have a much better time of it.
And who are you even trying to attract? Like, what kind of clientele do you want in your restaurant? A family who is like anchored around bringing their 4 kids to go eat for free? Like, what kind of, like, that's brutal, right? That has to be the bottom end of like.
It can be. And it's a trap that a lot of them will fall into.
Dude.
I mean, I believe in ethical bribes.
Yeah.
Things that are going to get them to come back, but they're getting something for it.
Yep.
Right. And you're exchanging information with each other so that you can continue to build on that relationship. And, sometimes maybe it is the kids eat free, or it's going to be a 2-for-1, but they're going to continue to come back because the experience you're providing when they're there is a positive one. So you gave me something because I'm a regular guest and I appreciate that. So I'm going to continue to be a regular guest, because regular guests, one of the things that Matt Plapp, our CEO, says all the time is infrequent guests don't pay the bills.
Yes.
It's those repeat visits, your regular guests, who are going to help you to succeed. Not that you don't want new guests, of course you do. Yep. But you got to treat the ones who are in your restaurant properly so they continue to come back and support you. And it's all about that. Again, that's that know, like, and trust. When they see something that relates to your brand, it's going to, in their mind, paint a picture of what that experience is, what their emotional connection to it is, and bring up, a positive memory. Like, hey, I remember the last time we were there, we had a blast.
Yep.
Right. So,
and it wasn't a mess. Like, I know because like, for example, bringing your family somewhere. So like regular guests, right, will often bring their families for like big, like, right.
Yeah.
So like if I go to, we go to this restaurant downtown Waconia, and we take out from there all the time. And the service is always premium. And when we have like birthday parties or something like that, we bring our family there because we know that it's gonna be done well.
Absolutely.
And it comes with that. So like we don't even dine in, just us, but just the experience of being so smooth from that actually leads us to like doing all of our events there. Crazy. So
yeah, no, they've earned your trust.
Yep. Cool. I think that's what brand is, right? Trust.
Absolutely.
A good brand is trust.
Yep.
Cool. So keep it in mind, guys. I mean, if it's restaurants, great. If it's any other business, like, man, your brand means so much, and stay the course. I think the tempting thing is to do a bunch of things that are probably expensive in the short term and realize you don't get short term results. But if you continue to do that, you'll wake up a year and a half down the road and you'll be like, holy shit, this is where all this business came from.
Yeah. Anything that gets you a big return overnight is something you should be afraid of.
Yes.
It's got to be a long game.
Yep. That really matters. Cool. Thanks for coming on, you guys. Look, link below. We got, follow him. Get it. If you guys are a restaurant right now, like, get tuned into how many years of experience did you say?
40.
And that's just you.
Yeah.
What about your partners? And you're like, you guys tune into that experience, because good coaching and good mentorship those are cheat codes. Those are, pass the jail on the way, whatever it is, but do them. So anyways, link below, you guys. Schedule a consult with Daran. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks.